Hi everybody, it's JoJo, and I'm here to do a creepy Halloween scary story time. It is spooky season. We are finally in the month of October, and you know what that means. The scary story times are here. And I got a lot of great scary story times for the whole month, so I can't wait to share them with you. I have on my Happy Halloween Mickey Mouse t-shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it because it's dark. The sun is just going down, so I'm currently burning Wicked Apple from Bath & Body Works. Yeah, so as you can probably tell from the title, let me just take a sip, girl, because this is gonna be a doozy. This is definitely gonna be a really scary story time that I don't think you guys are ready for. I really don't. So, this story actually starts years ago when I was a little kid. And it ends a year ago. It actually starts years before I was even born, to be honest with you. My grandma used to have she used to have a doll collection, okay? A lot of them were creepy, but one in particular was frightening. She told me she bought her, it was a doll. It was a doll. It was kind of like the size of Annabelle, but she didn't look like Annabelle. But she had the height of Annabelle, and she spoke. She said like this line. I said, "Hi, I'm Sally. We're sisters for life." She got the doll in the 1970s in Brooklyn at a pawn shop. A little old peddler sold it to her. And, you know, she was a doll collector, so she got it. It sat up in her bedroom until the day she died. It sat up in her bedroom. As a kid, we were creeped out by all her dolls, me and my cousins. But we were especially creeped out by this doll, Sally. She had dark black hair. It was like in a ponytail. And she had on this little blue dress. And with these like little white shoes. And she had like these piercing green eyes. Okay. She had like this grin on her face, but it wasn't like a grin where she's smiling happy like this. It looked like an evil smirk. Like she was like snot, like grinning, but like with a little snare. You know what I mean? So every time we would sleep over, my cousins and I and my brother, we would, sleep up in her bedroom, and the dolls would face us the whole night, and it really scared us. Like, we felt like the doll was like watching us. It was like really scary. We barely slept the nights we would sleep over at grandma's house. And this doll was she was just weird and creepy. My grandma would tell me stories how the doll, she thought the doll would move sometimes. She saw it like, one time she had it set, like she had it down, sitting down, but then like the next time she saw it, the head was turned a different way. She doesn't remember how it happened. She thought maybe one of her cats turned it or knocked into it. But even her cats were scared of this fucking doll. Like every time they were going to her bedroom, they would like hiss at this doll and like run away from it. They did not want. They would find every other room in the house. The room where this doll was, which was in a bedroom, the cats would not go in. They were frightened to death. They didn't want to go inside that room. And they never did. Whenever they did, they would just hiss and just want to run out. So, years later, my grandma died. She died March of 2020. I went over there that summer with a box. and I wanted to retrieve some of her things, you know, because um, I want memories, you know. I retrieved some of the cards that I got her for birthdays and stuff. I retrieved like stuffed animals she had. She loved Tweety Bird. Then I saw the doll. So I looked at the doll. I tried like pressing the button. It still was broken, right? So remember the doll would say, "Hi, I'm Sally. We're sisters for life." It broke. I want to say it broke when I was like 5 or 6. I don't know how it broke. She just stopped talking. She just stopped. She stopped. Like, it just stopped. But it was still broken. I pressed it. It was still broken. So I was just like, you know what? This doll is really freaking creepy. You can keep the doll. I told my aunt, you keep the doll. I'm going to just take a box of her stuff, whatever. So I left. Came home that night. I swear to God, I did not put that doll in that box. But the doll was in the box when I came home. I didn't put the doll in there. I swear to God, I didn't. It's giving me the shivers just thinking about it now. So, I looked at the doll for a moment. I was like, oh my God, this can't be real. I didn't put the doll in there. I called up my aunt. I said, did you put did you put this doll in here? She said, no, I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, once you left, I saw the doll gone, so I just thought you took it. I said, no, I didn't take the doll. I threw it in the garbage that night. I just threw it out. I said, I'm sorry, I threw it out. So I threw it out in the garbage. Later on that night, I went to bed, closed my eyes. Remember, I put it in the garbage. The garbage is in the backyard, okay? Laying down, all of a sudden I hear in the dark, "Hi, I'm Sally. We're gonna be sisters for life." I jumped out of bed. I thought I was having a nightmare. I jumped out of bed. I turned the lights on. There she was, sitting up front on this very chair, staring at me. I had the shivers down my spine. I was frozen, and it was just staring at me, and I was like, I threw you out. How the hell did you end up in my bedroom? Oh my God, I'm getting so scared just thinking about it. Oh my God. This is bringing me back. So, I took the doll, I brought it to a dumpster in the alleyway, blocks from here, and I threw it out. I went home, I looked up the doll online. I said, this doll, something's not right with this doll, there's something abnormal, like something really freaky going on here. So I looked it up, the Sally dolls. They were originally made in the 1960s. The manufacturer who made the dolls, I read this is a story online, I'm not making this up. The manufacturer decided to cut the dolls off the line because they were too scary for kids, and then some families called in and actually had complaints that once they received the doll, they started to get bad luck and weird stuff started to happen to them. So they decided to just cut the doll off the assembly line and just stop making them. I don't know how the peddler in the pawn shop got the doll. I'm thinking maybe she had the doll and she wanted to sell it. But I'm freaked out because this doll, I still have nightmares of this doll to this day. I don't know how she said that when I bumped up out of my sleep and it was in the dark and she was sitting in my chair saying, "Hi, I'm Sally. We're gonna be sisters for life." She was broken. She was broken for years. I pressed that button right before I left my aunt's house that day. She did not talk. It was broken still. So how did she say that? That's what's creeping me out more than anything. So I think a spirit of some crazy shit was possessed of the doll. I don't know who or how, but I have not seen the doll since I threw it out in the dumpster blocks away. I think I threw it out somewhere in like, I don't even know. It was like a half hour away from my house. I was like, I'm throwing this shit out and I'm making sure she does not make her way back to this house. So, yeah. So that's my creepy, scary story time with that Sally doll who creeps me out to this day. I'll never get over it. My grandma had so many creepy dolls in her bedroom, but that one was definitely the one that we stayed far, far away from. I love you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoy this scary story time. More to come. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Happy Halloween. Bye, guys.